Hey, before we start with the main video, I would like to thank you the following companies for their support. They support me through the YouTube membership program that I created for companies who care about software testing and are active in supporting the testing community. Thank you once again. If you want to learn more about the supporters, check the video description down below to find the links to their products. If you miss your logo on this page, follow the QR code or send me an email. Happy testing, and now back to the main video. Hey, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Software Testing. It's me, Daniel. Happy that you're here today. A couple of weeks ago, I asked on social media a question to the testing community because I had a new idea about a content format. And the question was, do you would like to be part in one of my videos and ask a testing specific question? I asked the question on LinkedIn, on X, on the Ministry of Testing community, on other Slack channels as well, and I got a lot of feedback already. And today actually is the first video that I can show you the very first community question that came in from one of our experts in the field. And I'm pretty happy that actually Rahul Parwal is the first one to ask a question, and I bet you all know Rahul because he is doing great stuff for us as a software testing community already. So in case you don't know him, take a look at this video today and follow later on the video links down below to see all his work that he has done for the testing community. But first, let's take a look at Rahul's question.
Hi Daniel. So AI is the new buzz of today's times, and it's also a buzzing topic in the testing community and industry. Now there are different viewpoints of different testers on AI. Some are very pro AI, some are very skeptical about AI, which gives very diverse opinions on AI. So for a beginner, what do you suggest? What should they follow, and how should they really get the signal and not get confused with the noise? So help me understand this. Thank you.
So, thank you for your question, Rahul. I really like the question, and I was a bit surprised that you are asking this question because for those of you, or for those of us who are following you on social media or are connected directly with private messages and so forth, and are following you already, you're quite an expert already on AI because you're doing great webinars. You've done a new webinar or like a new course on the Ministry of Testing, which is called Prompting for Software Testers, which is on my list, what I would like to do. But I completely understand that you raised the question because I get this question asked many times already. So what are the beginning points of what are the touch points for beginners when they would like to get into testing or into AI in testing? And yeah, AI is clearly the topic since 2 years. I mean, it's even longer out there since a couple of years. And also, if you watch like one of the following interviews that I've done lately with Jason Arbron, he is already in the field of AI and testing since 2015, so almost 10 years now. But I think it's the biggest topic in the next few years coming to all of us. And I bet I'm not betting it, it's the truth. It's the first time that the white collar workers are really impacted by a new technology, like really disrupting our industry and changing the way we work, the change we will work in the future. I cannot even predict what's going to happen in the near future for us as testers, as developers, product managers, and so forth. It will have a huge impact. And before, when we had revolutions and great news technology coming into the field, usually blue collar workers were affected by that. So I can totally relate that this is a big trend. And I'm a big fan of AI, to be honest, because if you're following my YouTube channel already, you can see that I've made a lot of AI videos already for various reasons, for different products, prompt engineering, and so forth, because it's something that all of us have to get into it. And that's why I'm really happy that you, Rahul, asked this question. And I also do see a lot of pros and cons on social media. And also I get concerned questions and feedback from you telling me, like, hey, Daniel, I'm really afraid about my job. I don't know what to do, where to go, and so forth. But now let's get back to the initial question, like what should beginners actually do in getting into the buzz of AI? And to be honest, I have 3 points prepared to answer that question, basically. And the first point, firstly, is don't blindly jump into AI. if you're new to software testing. You should really take your time and learn the fundamentals of software testing. Do your research on system algorithms, system architectures, what you can do with different technology stacks, what different technology stacks are out there, how can you test it, learn about test design, test techniques. Critical thinking is something that you should do your research, context-driven testing, exploratory testing, bug advocacy. So there are a lot of things that you should learn up front, and it has nothing to do with AI basically, because this is the very most important fundamentals to have as a software tester. The basics of testing, asking critical questions and question things and systems, and also having a clear focus on the user perspective. And if you do your research, also you can browse through my videos. I have shared already a couple of resources, great blogs, great YouTube channels, great articles. I mean, follow Rahul, follow other experts on Blue Sky, Mastodon, X, LinkedIn, wherever you can find them, and read what they have done. I mean, there are great books out there as well, like the book from Lisa and Janet about agile testing, the book from Elizabeth Hendrickson about Explore It. These are really fundamental stuff that you should read out before you dive into AI at all, right? So that's my first answer. The second answer is another thing that I usually suggest when it comes to AI is, especially when people are afraid of AI, you have to learn about LLMs, generative AI, the data and stuff like that. So it really need to be an expert on these kind of topics as well, for sure. But in order to become an expert later on, like LLMs, Gen AI and so forth, you really have to know and learn again the basics, like how an LLM is working, what is the algorithm behind, what is machine learning, what does everything mean, like how is the algorithm trained, what's the data set, and so forth and so forth. However, coming to my second point before I go even further down the road, is more important is to learn also about industry knowledge and business domain. So for example, you are working in an e-commerce business, or you would like to go into e-commerce. I highly recommend you to get first into the industry of e-commerce. Learn all about e-commerce systems, technologies, the ways you can build systems, the way you can test those systems. And then if you later use AI, for example, in that industry or in that economy, you know already like a lot of stuff. So you're a domain expert in that field, a business expert. And you can use your testing knowledge, the domain and business knowledge to learn about how you use best AI in your sense. And also how to judge the output. So that's my second point basically. So becoming an expert or a knowledge worker in the domain or the industry you're working in, right? And now thirdly, we're coming to AI. So once you're have the testing fundamentals up right, you know the business you would like to work in, you're like an industry expert. I mean, the expert name is maybe a bit wrong here because, you know, what is an expert anyways? Many people call me an expert in testing, but I don't see myself as an expert because there's so many things to learn and so many things to explore and to try out and stuff. So I'm a lifelong learner, so to say, right? So rather than an expert, and I love to share content. That's why I'm doing this here. But coming back to my third point. So if you're familiar with testing foundations and the different models and domains, now it's the time to get into AI business. So learn about LLMs. Learn about artificial intelligence, learn about machine learning, learn about generative AI, what this is all about. I mean, there's ChatGPT, there's Gemini and whatnot out there, DALL-E and whatsoever. So, and these are like the different generative AI technologies out there, and they're like changing on a daily basis. I mean, there's no day on social media where there's not another AI company coming around the corner with the best new implementation of whatnot. So that's why, first of all, get a good overview of things. And that's why I also recommend you to follow, for example, Rahul. He has done a lot of research already on the topic. I recommend you to follow Jason Arbon. He is also an expert in the field. And there are many others, but you have to do your own homework because there might be experts in your domain, in your field of interest. And then what is really important to get into is into prompt engineering. So I also made a video about prompt engineering. I mean, it's covering high-level fundamentals of prompt engineering, but it's really important to learn about that technique. because with prompt engineering skills, you know how to ask or to write the correct prompt, like the correct question to an AI system to get the best out of it, right? So only if you know those techniques really well, it's really good to get into the topic. And then I highly recommend you to try out different AI systems out there. See what they are giving you as a results. Compare the results, for example. Ask the same prompt in different AI systems and see what you can learn from it and what you can see what are the benefits stuff. So that's one thing, the third point actually to do. And then of course you have to do your own research to find the people that are really experts in the field. I mean, there are also like a lot of experts in the field of software engineering, for example, and so forth. You can see what Google and Microsoft and all the big players, Facebook, are doing. It's really highly recommended to all follow those developer blogs, for example, listen to specific podcasts and so forth that are covering these topics. Yeah. So, and with that, you have already a lot of stuff to do, especially if you're a beginner and you're watching that video. So, right. Coming back to my video and basically to my answer, let's summarize everything is, firstly, get the fundamentals right in testing. Secondly, get into the domain you would like to work in, gain as much knowledge as possible, because the domain knowledge is really important to have to judge the outcome of an AI in a specific domain. And then thirdly, get into AI, learn about it, take courses, read books, watch videos, and what's really important is you have to explore and try out yourself those systems, and then find the right tooling, setup, configuration that fit best your work, right? And yeah, finally, to summarize everything, when I hear the questions, oh, I'm afraid of my job, losing my job, and these kind of things. No, we will not lose our jobs, but our jobs will change. So really be open for change. New tech is always scary at the beginning, but in the long run, we will benefit from it and we will gain new ways and new opportunities. Yeah. So learn the fundamentals, find a domain that suits you. And then again, I repeat myself now, learn about LLMs, Gen AI, and what is important for you, and see what courses are provided by experts. And then judge the output of the AI systems always critically. Ask yourself, is that the correct answer, or is it something that is maybe wrong? So really have a critical mindset when it comes to AI outputs. And this might be the case for the moment, right? That AIs might hallucinate and do something wrong. But I think in the near future, maybe in 1, 2, 3, or 5 years, it will completely no problem anymore, and it will definitely change our way of working. Yeah, and that's it basically for my very first community question. Thanks again, Rahul, for being the first one asking that question. And in case you would like to ask a question as well, check the video description down below to find my email address to send me an email if you're interested into it. And I will send you further instruction about the format and how the video should be prepared up front. Again, check the video description as well to follow up on Rahul's links and social media links. And as always, if you like the video, like it, share it, and subscribe it to support my channel and to support the testing community. Have a great day and see you soon. Bye bye.